Hello, this is how you make a simple number line in Google Slides. Get to Google Slides in whatever way you want to. My preferred way to get to Google Slides is to take your mouse up to the Omnibar and type in slides.google.com/create. That'll give us a quick, fresh, easy, new slide deck to work with. From here, I'm going to go ahead and click my mouse over these elements and hit backspace to delete them. And I'm going to go ahead and move away from my themes as well. I don't need any. From here, I'm going to move my mouse up to File, and then move down to Page Setup. Instead of widescreen, which is a 16:9 ratio, I'm going to change this to Custom, and I'm going to turn it into a piece of paper. So that means I need 11 inches wide by 8.5 tall. And now we've set up a piece of paper. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to need the lines and the arrows for my number line to start. That can be found in this button up here, where it says Select Line or Line. This line right here is a line segment. It means it has a dot on either side, but we're looking for arrows. We're going to set up a -5 to +5 number line. We're going to select a line that has an arrow at the end of it. Now I can just draw an arrow if I need to, but I'm a neat person, so I want to make sure that my lines are perfectly neat as well. And with the help of digital tools, we can make that happen. Once you've selected your arrow, all you need to do is hold down the Shift key. And while you're holding down that Shift key, as you draw your line, you'll notice that it's going to come out exactly straight. And this works for all 90-degree angles. So if I'm going from right to left, or if I'm going from down to up, or left to right, or top to bottom, there are angle increments in between here. I'm not sure what the degrees of these angles are, but the important thing is if I'm drawing a line from left to right while holding down the Shift key, it's going to come out as a straight line. I let go of the mouse first, and then I let go of the Shift key. From here, this is kind of an off gray color, so I'm going to change it to simply black. And this line is a little too small to see, so I'm going to take the line weight, which is this button here, and increase it to 8, so that way I can clearly see the arrow on my number line. Now this is good, but I only have an arrow going one way. So I'm going to drag over this element and select it. And I'm going to hold down the Control key and the D key, which stands for duplicate. So now I have two lines of the same length, the same color, the same line weight, but they're both pointing the same direction. Right-click your new line, rotate, and we're going to flip horizontally. And from here we can just move this over to the other side of the number line. We can use our arrow keys to line it up just right, and now we have a pretty good looking line going in both directions. Now that we have our line, we need notches in this line to represent -5 all the way to +5. The same place we got our arrows, we're just going to go ahead and change it back to line, press the button, and we're going to use our same Shift trick in order to make straight vertical lines. So hold down Shift, drag your mouse down to create a straight line, and let go. We're going to do the same thing with our arrow. We're going to change the color to black. We're going to increase the line weight to about 3 pixels. And so now we have one of the numbers on our number line. But we need more than just one. We need -5 to +5, -5 to -1, a 0, and then 1 through 5. And that gives us 11 lines in total. So we have one, and we're going to use that same duplicate trick. So Control D will bring us there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now this is kind of a fun trick. Take your +5 and put it where it's supposed to be, right about there. Take your -5 where it's supposed to be and put it about the same area. We're going to move all of our lines in between somewhere in the middle, and we're going to clean this up a little bit. Take your -5 and figure out just kind of where it needs to go. And so now we've set our parameters. What we're telling Google Slides right now is we need lines that aren't going to go beyond this point and not going to go beyond this point. And we have automated tools to get these lines in between exactly where they need to go. So what you're going to do is select all of those lines except the number line itself. We don't need the ones with the arrows. We just need our vertical notches. Select all of those. Find one that you can right-click. That means if you look at the cursor, you see I have a vertical and a horizontal crosshair. Make sure that's visible. Right-click, align vertically, right in the middle. This is great, but not quite perfect. Do the same thing, find your vertical crosshair, right-click, and instead of aligning, we're actually going to distribute those lines evenly across that horizontal space. That's why we had the first starting notch and the last starting notch. Distribute horizontally, and now we have all the numbers in a number line. And we can use our arrow keys to just gently and neatly bring them down to the number line. And now we have a number line that we can use with our students. And just to show you how easy that is, I know we took this kind of slow, but we're going to show you just how quickly you can make a number line once you've figured out where all the tools are and you have a little practice under your belt. So we're going to go ahead and start right now. New slide, something blank. We need an arrow. Hold down the Shift key. Change the color to black. Increase the line weight to 8. Duplicate. We're just going to go ahead and flip that around. Make sure it's nice and even. Looks like we have a number line there. Change back to line. One small vertical line to start. Duplicate it up to as many times as we need. In this case, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I did forget a step. Let's go ahead and select all of these lines. Change the color to black. Change the line weight to 3. Set our parameters for the line. Right there. Move these out of the way, and right here seems about right. Select all of our vertical notches, align vertically in the middle, distribute horizontally, bring our notches down to the number line, and that's it. That's all it takes to create a number line with your students. I hope this has helped, and I hope you can start assessing your students on number line using Google Slides as soon as possible.